Time, a Coors Light Fall Classic winner. It'll be Dennis Erb Jr., the 28 to the outside, the 24 to Senatobia, Mississippi. It's Jake Elam. Moving back to the row number 5 on the inside of the B1 at Lake Elmo, Minnesota. It'll be Brett Larson. And to the outside, the 31B at Bruce, Mississippi. It'll be Easton Bollinger. And shotgun on the field, all back there by himself. Longest way to go in row number 6 in the 8 machine at Lake Elmo, Minnesota. It'll be Matthew Larson. Once again, 11 drivers. 8 laps going to be the distance. Top 4 going to transfer their way into the 31st Annual Coors Light Fall Classic 60-lap main event. Paying $20,000 to the winner. I want to welcome each and every one of you watching live on the Hunt the Front TV. We're live on the Facebook and YouTube as well. So appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. Head over to Hunt the Front TV and get subscribed and get ready for the main event later on this evening. We got 41 Super Late models, 250 cars in the pits tonight. The 31st Annual Coors Light Fall Classic. Like I've been told by a couple of drivers, this may be the biggest field ever for the Coors Light Fall Classic. Absolutely amazing. Looked like we were going to have a little bit of weather come through earlier on tonight, but that has since parted ways, and we are ready to get down to business. Heat race number 1, Coors Light Fall Classic. Getting ready to roll. Had a little bit of liquid thrown down on the speedway right after the last factory stock hot lap. So they're going to get the drivers to kind of roll through that. Just a moment. Special extra hot lap session there. That'll be putting up. On the outside of row number 1, Garrett Albertson on the inside. We got him racked and stacked and ready to go. 8 laps to distance. Flagman tell him to double up right now. And we are just about ready to get underway. 4 heat races here for the Super Late models. Once again, top 4. And to transfer their way in. Pretty stacked heat races. Starting right here with heat race number 1. Garrett Alverson picking up where he left off last night. Setting quick time here tonight. Going to start on the pole of heat race number 1. Josh Putnam, runner-up last night in the main event. On the outside. Neil Baggett, the 21 Triple X. He's got plenty of feature wins here at the Whynot Motorsports Park alongside Jackson Heiss in the 388 machine. Ethan Dotson, he was a contender last night to pick up a win. Of course, right there behind him, Dennis Erb Jr., the only driver to go back-to-back in the Fall Classic 2020 and 21. And Cade Loudy now making his way out the speedway in the 126 car to Rogersville, Tennessee. Loudy kind of parked down there by the lake, so he had a good ways to haul. Got him parked all over in the pit area back there. Pretty amazing sight. Nonetheless, heat race number 1, getting ready to come to life. Double him up down the back straightaway. Everyone is there. Driver's going to get the 1 to go signal right here to the flag stand. We'll go green next time at a turn number 4. Heat race number 1 for championship night here at the 31st Annual Coors Light Fall Classic. Alberson, Putnam, Baggett, Heiss. Those are your first 2 rows. Ethan Dotson, Cade Loudy in row number 3. Dennis Erb, Jake Elam in row number 4. Brett Larson, Easton Bollinger, Matthew Larson by himself. 8 laps to distance. Coming to green right here to turn number 4. Heat race number 1 is underway. And Albertson going to race through to the race lead down the back straightaway. Putnam to second. Neil Baggett in third. They're 3 wide for position number 3. Jackson Heiss of the 388 car moved himself up to third. He'll try to bring Dotson with him. Race for the transfer now. Dotson, Baggett side by side for 4th down the back straightaway. Baggett will pull ahead. And now Heiss up to second as Putnam Problems in the 212. Slow on the front straightaway. And the caution will come out. Florence Flash, Josh Putnam having problems early on here in heat race number 1. And that'll bring out the first caution here this evening. Take a look at the Hunt the Front TV replay. Coming out of turn number 2. And tapped the wall a little bit before then. Maybe something breaking on the drivetrain of the 212. So he'll come to a slow pace and to a stop on the back straightaway now. Need the hooker to push over there on the back straightaway for the 212. 31 of Easton Bollinger stopped on top of the hill with the track official on top of turn number 4 as well. So 2 down, going 8. Heat racing number 1. It's Garrett Alberson out in front. Jackson Heiss has worked his way up to second. Neil Baggett being scored in third. Now Ethan Dotson stopping on top of the hill. In the 74 car. Talking with the track officials. As Josh Putnam getting the assistance of the push. Frustrating way to start the night. Had a second place finish last night. Going to have to work a little harder and come deeper through the field tonight. Going to have to go through one of those 2 B mains to try to make his way in the show. B mains will be 12 laps in distance here in just a little bit. So Easton Bollinger also out of the race as well, along with Josh Putnam. So 2 drivers going down on lap number 2. Ethan Dotson still stopped on top of the hill talking with the track officials. Do believe he's going to restart right behind Cade Lowdy in the 126 car. Lowdy currently running in the 5th place position on the speedway. Dotson may not agree with that. And he will roll on and get his place in line. And we'll be ready to go. 2 down, 6 remaining. Heat race number 1 for the Super Late Models. Got 4 Super Late Model heat races. And they'll double them back up. Get ready to go. And Donson falling in line right there behind Lowdy. And they'll double them up in turn number 1 and 2. Lights are down, going to go green at a turn at number 4, 2 down, 6 remaining. Heat racing number 1. Neil Baggett, Dennis Erb, and row number 2 now. Top 4 are going to make their way to the show. The rest will have to come from the B main. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Neil Baggett with a big slider. He'll slide up into position number 2. He'll try to break Dennis Erb with him. Jackson Heiss fighting back. Will hang on to third right now. Then it's Dennis Erb. Cade Lowdy, Ethan Dotson, 5th and 6th. Dennis Erb Jr., the 28 car. The bottom of the speedway trying to find a way around the 388 car. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right there together. Dotson on the outside of the speedway. Getting a big run on the 126 car. That is on the outside looking in. It'll definitely set him up in a good spot in the B main later on this evening. Garrett Alberson coming around. It'll be 3 more trips around here in heat racing number 1. And now, Dennis Erb, he's putting the pressure on for second over Neil Baggett. We got a transfer battle as well right behind him. Jackson Heiss has it. Ethan Dotson wants it. Twin sticks will be out this time. 2 more trips around. Heat race number 1. Dennis Erb, Neil Baggett still side by side for position number 2 down the back straight away. Heiss holding off Dotson. Double box on the stream. Two great battles as Garrett Alverson has checked out as your race leader. White flag is out. Garrett Alverson working down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. One final time. Picking up where he left off last night. Garrett Alverson going to pick up the win at heat race in number 1. Second at the line. Give it to Neil Baggett. Dennis Erb in third. And Ethan Dotson going to pick up the 4th and final transfer over Jackson Heiss. Caden Lowdy. Brent Larson going to move up to 8th. Going to take a look at the Hunt the Front TV replay of the finish right there. Here's the transfer battle coming to the line. Heiss on the bottom, Dotson on the outside, and it's oh so close at the line. That's how they finish. And Dotson picking up that final transfer here in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 now making their way out onto the speedway. 10 more drivers. We're number 1 on the inside, the 97 car, Rumline out Louisiana. It'll be Cade Dillard. To the outside, the 22 in Heinemann, Pennsylvania, will be Drake Troutman. The second back on the inside, the 57 out of Henry, South Carolina, it'll be Zach Mitchell. And to the outside, in the 10 machine out of Milton, Florida, it'll be Joseph Joyner. The third row back to the inside, in the 12 out of Senatobia, Mississippi, it's Jamie Elam. And to the outside, in the 32, it's Mark Dotson. We're number 4 on the inside, the C8 entry out of Prattsville, Arkansas. It'll be Timothy Culp. To the outside, the 44 out of Mount Vernon, Illinois. It'll be Blaze Burwell. And your 5th and final row on the inside, in the 1 out of Calhoun, Louisiana, it's Peyton Brown. And to the outside, in the 88 car out of Newport, Arkansas, it's Chance Mann. So 10 drivers. Once again, 8 laps to distance. Top 4 going to make their way into the show. The rest of them will have to come from one of the 2 B mains later on this evening. It'll be the Thriller, Cade Dillard, Drake Troutman. Your front row, heat racing number 2. Lights are down. And Dillard pulling out a line. And if I had to guess, I bet he spotted some debris out there on the speedway. It's going to delay the green flag. Dillard stopped there in turn number 3 and 4. Maybe waiting for the track official. And the field will come around and double up with Dillard. Lights are down. Going to try it again. Heat racing number 2. Coming to green. Cade Dillard, Drake Troutman, Louisiana, Pennsylvania, row number 1. South Carolina and Florida in row number 2. 8 laps to distance. Coming to green. Green flag is out. Heat race number 2 is now underway. Drag race down the back straight away. It'll be Troutman on the outside. Powering ahead to the race lead over Dillard. Joyner a couple of car lengths ahead. Power to third around Zach Mitchell. Mitchell holding down the 4th and final transfer spot. He'll fight back. Trying to find a way around Joyner. He will not. He'll hold on the 4th spot. Race for the lead here on the front straightaway now. Troutman has it. Dillard waking in wings. Trying to find a way around. Working down the back straightaway. Joseph Joyner hanging on to position number 3. Then Zach Mitchell 4th. Blaze Burwell sitting 1 spot out of the transfer right now. Along with Dotson and Timothy Culp right there behind him. Cross flag's going to be in the air this time. Halfway home for Drake Troutman. Couple of car lengths ahead. 0.4 of a second is the gap between himself and Cade Dillard. Another 1.7 back to Joseph Joyner, who sits in 3rd. And another second back to Zach Mitchell, who sits in 4th right now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Comfortably in the show. Twin sticks will be out next time. By for your race leader, Drake Troutman. There you see on your screen the distance. And we got a car up into the wall here at the front straightaway. Jamie Elam. Jamie Elam, Senatobia, Mississippi driver, coming to a stop up into the wall. There you see, great shot on your screen right there. And coming at it Here's the replay coming out of turn number 4. Gets into the wall. Coming out of 4. And, just kind of rides it down the front straightaway. And smile. You're on candid camera. Jamie Elam in the 12-8 coming to a stop. Right in front of the Hunt the Front TV cameras. And going to need the assistance of the hooker push. Jamie Elam, the super late model veteran, Senatobia, Mississippi's won all over the Mid-South. Having a tough time here in heat race number 2. 5 complete, 3 remaining. Drake Troutman out in front is your race leader. Cade Dillard, Joseph Joyner, Zach Mitchell holding down the 4 transfers right now. Blaze Burwell sitting in 5th, and it's Timothy Colt, Mark Dotson, Chance Mann, and Peyton Brown. Your remaining 9 drivers rolling around the speedway. There's a good shot on the screen watching on Hunt the Front TV of how you hook up a late model to get it towed off the speedway. It's got to be a very stressful process. You want to try to do it as quickly as possible, but you don't want to mess anything up. Very expensive machines. And I got it hooked up to the 12 of Jamie Elam. We'll get him towed off the speedway and get ready to go back green flag racing. Still 2 more heat races for the Coors Light Super Late models here tonight. And we'll have our 604 B mains, and then we'll come back with street stocks, and then our super late model B mains will be coming up directly after the street stocks. So it'll be a quick turnaround for the heat races for these super late model drivers. Only 2 classes in front of them. Of course, it helps. I think there's like 40 cars in each of those classes. Great car count, great turnout here this weekend at Whynot Motorsports Park. Got campers all over the place. You got haulers in the pit area just covered up. Anybody's got a drone, it's probably a pretty awesome drone site right now with all the callers in the pits out there. Lights are down, going to go back green. 5 down, 3 remaining. Heat racing number 2. Drake Troutman going to like to start on the outside. Cade Dillard on the inside. Joseph Joyner running third, going to start on the outside of row number 2 and put Zach Mitchell to the inside. Timothy Colt, Mark Dotson in row number 3. Timothy Colt, Blaze Burwell in row number 3 now. Both on the outside looking in. Green flag is out. Here we go. And racing hard into turn number 1 and 2. It'll be Troutman with the advantage down the back straightaway. And it's Cade Dillard, Joseph Joyner, Zach Mitchell holding on the 4th and final transfer. Twin sticks around, 2 more trips around now. Zach Mitchell putting the pressure on Joseph Joyner. Down the back straightaway, side by side. Joyner pulls ahead down the back. White flag is out this time. 1 more trip around for Drake Troutman in 22. Drake Troutman, Hyman, Pennsylvania driver, working down the back straightaway. Cade Dillard, 0.3 of a second behind. Dillard going to throw it in there one final time into turn number 3 and 4. Drake Troutman going to hold on and get the job done. Cade Dillard second. Joseph Joyner will hang on to third. Zach Mitchell fourth. Blaze Burwell fifth. And Timothy Colt sixth. Chance Mann seventh. Peyton Brown eighth. And Mark Dotson ninth. But your winner of heat racing number 2 in the Victory Auto Sales, number 22 in Hyman, Pennsylvania, it's Drake Troutman. Heat race number 3 making their way out to Speedway right now. 10 more drivers, 8 laps to distance. Once again, top 4. Row number 1 on the inside, a 54 entry into 4 corners, Mississippi. It'll be David Brazil to the outside in the 1T and a New Waverly, Texas. Defending Coors Light Fall Classic winner, it'll be Turbo Tyler Erb. Runner number 2 on the inside, the 12 machine out of Hampton, Georgia. Two-time Fall Classic winner himself. That'll be Air Force Ashton Winger. And to the outside in the 2 out of Milton, Florida, it'll be Bo Slay. Number 3 on the inside, the 09 out of Sun River, Montana. It'll be Michael Leach. To the outside in the 32, it's Cam Harris. The 4th row back to the inside, the 76 out of Evans, Georgia. It'll be Brandon Overton. And to the outside in the C6 out of Hohenwald, Tennessee, it's Oakley Johns. And your 5th and final row on the inside, the 86 machine out of Truman, Arkansas. It'll be Kyle Beard. And to the outside in the 4 out of Margaret, Alabama, it's Ryan Wilson. So Beard and Wilson, row number 5, not making the call, leaving those 8 of the 10 drivers. Top 3 drivers have a combined 5 Coors Light Fall Classic feature wins. David Brazil with 2. Tyler Erb, defending winner. Air Force Ashton Winger with 2. Coming to green, 8 laps to distance. Top 4 will move on. There we go. It'll be Turbo. Going to rock it out to the front, down the back straightaway as your race leader. Brazil trying to hang on to 2nd. Air Force Ashton Winger taking a peek to the inside. He'll hold on to 3rd. And pull alongside Brazil in the front straightaway now. Ashton Winger, he'll slide up in front of Brazil, cut the nose off, and now Brazil in the wall. Caution is out. Ashton Winger trying to make the move on David Brazil, and Brazil up into the wall. And here comes the replay on the Hunt the Front TV. Winger going for it. Out of turn number 2, slides up in front of the 54. Left him no room, and up to the wall he goes in the 54 machine. One lap down. Going 8. And the 2-time Coors Light Fall Classic winner. Going to need the assistance of the hook over there in turn number 2. And now 1 and 2 here in heat race number 3. It's kind of deja vu from the last couple of seasons of the Coors Light Fall Classic. Of course, 2 seasons ago was Ashton Winger picking up the big win with Tyler Erb running 2nd. Last year was Erb picking up the win with Winger running 2nd. Find themselves 1st and 2nd here in heat race number 3. Bo Slay up to 3rd. Cam Harris holding down the 4th and final transfer spot. 1 lap on the board. Michael Leach, Oakley Johns, Brandon Overton. All on the outside looking in right now. Brandon Overton there on your screen watching Hunt the Front TV. Probably not having the weekend he's wanted right now. You usually don't see him running towards the back of the field, but just shows you how stacked of a field. But we appreciate still watching live on the Facebook and YouTube. Still got the live look-in going on right now. Appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. Don't forget to go over and subscribe. Hunt the Front TV. Get you all kinds of great coverage of the 31st Annual Coors Light Fall Classic, including the 60-lap, $20,000 win main event coming up later on this evening. So I've got a couple of big races left on the schedule for Hunt the Front TV coming up.